Hi, I'm Dr. Nicole, and we're going to talk about how you can be more proactive and boost your immune system so that not only now, but long term, that you have amazing health and wellness, and not only can boost your immune system, but could be addressing other long-term issues as well. First thing, it's so important that we clean up our mind. Our mindset has a lot to do with how this is going. And there is a lot of fear right now, and that's been being perpetuated for months already, and a lot of frustration and negative feelings. And it's very important that we try to keep our mind in a positive mindset and try to get out of the fear, think about the near future, think about positive things so that we can raise our vibration. But not only that, fear actually can suppress your immune system because it involves certain hormones when we're really stressed out that go up, such as cortisol. So we want to be really working on things that keep us calm and relaxed. Maybe do a little meditation, some deep breathing exercises. There are so many great breathing exercises. Doing some yoga, taking a walk, getting outside. Looking at the beautiful sky and the clouds going by. You're allowed outside. You can sit in a lounge chair or a beach chair and just go outside for a little bit and think about positive things and read positive things. And the biggest thing that I feel you should not do is be all over that television. So turn the TV off, turn the news off, stay with positive shows. If you're gonna watch anything, watch something funny or fun. Try not to get into dark or deep, and really try to raise your thought process up. A positive mindset can affect everything in life. And if you can start getting your mind in a better place now, it's gonna pay off for months. So start thinking about positive things. And if thinking about, with this pandemic and what's going on in the world stresses you, you've got to shift gears. You've got to think about things that you love and enjoy. So if you love, playing with your grandkids, just focus in on having a great time with them and maybe some memories that you've had, and go through some old pictures of good times. Do things that are going to remind you of the good times, of the positive times. Plan things for the future. Okay, we don't know what's going to happen, but we can start using our mind to be more positive about this. The next thing is get out in the sun. Now, we've been told the sun is bad for us. However, we actually need the sun for survival. So I'm not telling you to go out and crisp yourself, fry yourself like we used to when we were back in the day and put baby oil all over our body. But you can go out when the sun is not as strong in the earlier part of the day, and don't wear your sunglasses. Keep your eyes available to receiving those sun rays as well, because you do have receptors for to make vitamin D in your eyes. And you also want to make sure you have your skin exposed to some degree. So if you could wear a tank top, guys can go out in no shirt, or you can wear a sports bra or a bathing suit top, and try to get out for a half hour to an hour every day. And we know that, of course, you can take vitamin D, but it's so much more natural to just get it the way we're supposed to get it, by getting some sun. And it's May already. I mean, pretty much everywhere there's sunshine, no matter where you live at this point. It's so important that we get that vitamin D. But if you do decide you're going to take vitamin D, because it does help boost the immune system, it's one of the top boosters that we're looking at to know that we need these essential nutrients, and usually people are very low, especially if you live in colder climates and you've been indoors for the last 4 or 5 months. You really might need to be supporting yourself. And there's a lot of different ways to do this. You can do very high dose once a week, where you're doing 10,000 once or twice a week, or you can do a little bit lower doses throughout the week. But you always want to have it with fat. So a lot of the ones that we like they're oil based. Sometimes they come in capsules. I like ones that are liquid already and they're oily. My favorites have K2, but also some other really good immune boosters are also vitamin E and vitamin A. And those are all the 4 of the fat-soluble vitamins, and they're all really helpful in boosting your immune system and also reducing inflammation in the body, which is a big part of this pandemic and this virus, is this inflammatory storm that people are getting. And a lot of the problem is that these people already have inflammatory issues. They're dealing with cardiovascular disease and diabetes, and inflammation is already their lifestyle. It's how they've gotten to this place to begin with. So if we can start looking at the basics and start reducing inflammation, that's going to be really, really helpful. Some other things that we want to do is exercise. And it's so funny. I've seen multiple posts where exercise boosts your immune system. Okay, great. I mean, I love seeing the research supporting this. That's fabulous, but this doesn't seem like such a foreign concept. Not everyone likes to do this, but you need to realize this is a really good way to be proactive and boost your immune system. You need the muscle tissue. So sure, you can go out and do cardio, but I always recommend you do something that's going to build some muscle as well. You can do body weight exercises. I mean, you can Google HIIT training and different types of things that are going to help with building that muscle, because that's really going to help boost your immune system. It boosts your hormone system, and it boosts your brain function. So that lean muscle tissue also burns fat. It helps us feel good. It helps us look better, and we want to always feel and look good too. But of course, what this focus is right now on is your immune system. So the main inflammatory foods, number 1 is going to be dairy, because many of you can't tolerate dairy very well. You don't probably realize it because it's in so many foods, but this includes not only milk, but butter, cream cheese, cottage cheese, yogurt, ice cream, all hard cheeses, and even your good probiotic stuff like kefir is usually made from cow's milk or goat's milk. Some can tolerate goat's milk better than cow's milk, but conventional dairy is loaded with hormones, antibiotics, so it has its own set of issues just because there's just so much added to it. And even organic grass-fed raw dairy, if you're consuming that and you're lucky enough to have access to that, because it's in its natural state, its natural form, it has all these enzymes, and it's just phenomenal for a lot of people for their healing, actually, in rebuilding their health. It's can still be really inflammatory for some of you. So the number 1 food that I see is causing the most inflammation for you guys is sugar. This is in everything. It's in all of your foods that you're eating that come in a box or a package. So start reading labels and start eliminating these sugars. And if you're eating grains a lot, anything with wheat, rice, barley, rye, corn, all of these grains turn right into sugar when you eat them. So it's essentially just like eating sugar. So it's breaking down into sugar. As soon as you start chewing it, you have enzymes in your mouth that help you break this down. So reducing the sugar is going to help immensely in bringing this inflammation down. The second is dairy. Dairy causes a lot of issues for many people. I know a lot of people are doing ketosis and they struggle with it. And sometimes it's because you're just doing a lot of dairy and you might not be able to tolerate dairy that well. It could be causing inflammation for you. So, try to really reduce or take it out. And if you are having it, stay away from conventional dairy. Stick with the low, no added hormones and pesticides dairy. So that's organic. But also if you can get grass-fed, even better, because those cows are actually feeding on grass and that's their natural food source. So I would definitely recommend, if you can do that, of course, organic, grass-fed, and even raw contains a lot of natural enzymes, and it's not been heated up and broken down and processed. And A2 genetic cows tend to be less allergenic, I should say, than A1. So maybe do a little research if there's a farm or somewhere near you that you can get that. Eggs can be very inflammatory for many of you. Again, pastured eggs, organic is always best, but many of you, it just might cause inflammation. It doesn't matter if it's organic or not. So that might be a food to take out. Grains are major problem for people, particularly gluten, but gluten's not really the only problem, because all grains, even ancient grains, break down into sugar. So as that sugar again, sugars they drive inflammation in your body. So really pay attention to that. That's why a lot of people do really well when they start reducing their carbohydrate load and focus more on fresh vegetables and lots of healthy fats like avocados and coconut oil and really good olive oil, not the cheap stuff. Stay away from vegetable oils. Those foods are going to cause inflammation. Vegetable oils will literally drive inflammation in your body. They ruin your cell membrane because your cell membranes are made of fat, and your body gets all confused and starts putting those bad fats into your cells, and that just causes more inflammation and leads to other issues like hormone imbalances, insulin resistance, and so on. So get the bad fats out of your diet, vegetable oils, soy oils, anything that's not cold pressed, organic, unharmed, basically. Your oils should come in darker bottles, except coconut oil isn't really the same because it's saturated. It doesn't liquefy the same way. It's usually room temperature when it's solid at room temperature. So you really want to make sure you're only consuming really good, healthy fats, and you're staying away from these fats. And even sunflower and safflower oil can be rancid. I know they make all kinds of chips and things with coconut oil and avocado oil. Just be really careful, because a chip is still a chip. Potatoes with coconut oil are still potato, turns into sugar in your body. So you really want to make sure that you're reducing these inflammatory fats in your body. And that's going to make a huge difference for you as well. Some other foods for some people, nightshades, things like tomatoes and peppers might really affect you, especially if you deal with aches and pains and a lot of joint inflammation. Take it out, see how you do. You can Google nightshades and you'll find the whole list there. Even black pepper is on that. It's not an easy one to avoid, but it really could make a difference for you. Shellfish is inflammatory for a lot of people. It's very allergic for a lot of people, are allergic to it, just flat out allergies. And soy is another one. Soy, peanuts, and sometimes even cashews, our beloved cashews, which are so great on these paleo and keto diets, but a lot of people, it affects their digestion. They're not easy to digest. So those are some of the inflammatory foods. So let's focus on lots of green leafy veggies and how can you get these foods rainbow colors, trying to get all the different colors of the rainbow. When you make a salad, it should have purple and red and green, get some purple cabbage on there. Your lettuces, different types, different shades, arugula or romaine, and maybe chop up a little bit of, different types of greens like dandelion greens. Experiment, see what you like. And, really try to get your diet to have a lot of these vegetables. You're going to get all kinds of nutrients from that, along with the healthy fats. It's a really great way to eat. And be really careful with conventional meats. I mentioned the dairy, but conventional meats are the problem when it comes to people worrying about cholesterol, and inflammation is ultimately the problem. Because again, conventional meats are pumped up with hormones. They're pumped up with antibiotics. The animals are kept in stressful situations. So if you eat their stress hormones, it could affect you. And it's just been found that grass-fed and pastured meats, they're higher in nutrients, they're higher in conjugated linoleic acids, which are really important too. So those meats are going to be a lot healthier. Grass-fed is really important, and pastured for your poultry. Try to find soy-free pastured poultry, not always easy to find. And of course, wild caught fish is really hard because we do have heavy metal problems, and a lot of you are eating fish to try to be healthy, and you're just exacerbating your issues. It's hard to avoid when you're eating fish. So Atlantic fish is definitely, the Atlantic Ocean fishes, they're definitely higher in these heavy metals than somewhere in Alaska, but so I always try to get wild caught Alaskan. However, you have to be careful because now we're dealing with some possible radioactive materials coming across the Pacific from Fukushima. So making sure that you're getting good iodine support if you're going to be eating Alaskan fish. It's helpful for your immune system as well. Iodine's really helpful. Just be really careful if you've been diagnosed with Hashimoto's or Graves'. If you have autoimmune thyroid, you have to be a little cautious with iodine and start really, really small and make sure and just kind of test your antibodies as you're adding it in, because we don't want to have any issues. It could kind of drive things in the wrong direction. So just be really careful with that. But most everyone should be able to handle. And you can put sea vegetables into your diet. You don't have to take straight up iodine. You can use nori and wakame and kombu and different types of seaweed, and just kind of cook it in when you're cooking your veggies so that you're getting all those iodine and the nutrients into your food. If you want, you can just pick them out because you'll cook that stuff in there. But really getting back to the whole food, you know, eating good, real healthy foods, staying away from all the processed foods, staying away from foods that are going to stress your body out is the idea. The lower the stress is, the better you're going to feel in this process. So one of my favorite healing foods is bone broth, and also green juice. These are two really awesome ways to provide a lot of nutrients that your body really needs to heal. Bone broth is really easy to make. I have made videos before on bone broth, and it's very, very simple. It's a simple way. You can see in one of my other videos that I do show you how to make bone broth, as well as a fun avocado meal that I absolutely love. So bone broth is full of really great nutrients like L-glutamine. Glutamine is very helpful for healing your gut, and at least 70–80% of your immune system's in your gut. So gut health is very important for your immune system. So getting all that collagen, the proline, glycine, glutamine, those are all amino acids. Those are all found in that bone broth that really help to heal your body. And your connective tissue as well. Those mucous membranes and connective tissues do amazing with bone broth. So sure, you can buy it at the store, and you can also make it. I think making it is always better than buying it. And then some other strategies in reducing inflammation, just turmeric. You can buy different teas if you can make that really easy. Quercetin really helps bring inflammation down. Bromelain, as long as you're not allergic to pineapples. Resveratrol has been shown to greatly reduce inflammation in the body. These are all a few extras. Of course, vitamin C, there's tons of studies. You know, IV vitamin C is the best, but if you can't, you know, get that, just try to get a really good whole food vitamin C, or one that's liposomal. Those are really easily absorbed into your system. And you know, those are excellent. Glutathione is a really important antioxidant. Not all glutathione is the same. And so be really careful with, you know, the products that you're getting, but your body really needs glutathione. It's helpful for detoxification. And one of the most important things to stay healthy is actually to do detoxification. And real detoxification really helps to heal at a cellular level, helps to get rid of things like heavy metals, clear your body from just being exposed to pesticides and everything else that's in the air. So detoxing your body is great. We do a very specific detox, and we're going to be doing a detox challenge really soon. But we have fasting. Fasting is also amazing for your immune system. It actually resets your immune system. A few days in, if you do 5-day fast, by day 4, you're starting to turn over immune cells. White blood cells start turning over. So it's phenomenal for your immune system. Intermittent fasting and fasting. And then some other ways to get toxins out of the body are things like infrared saunas and going and sweating. Just find a way to sweat. If you can exercise outside, you will definitely clean your house, as well as things like castor oil packs are great. Coffee enemas are really helpful. Those both really help clean up your liver. And you know, these are different ways, and you just got to get your body in a state, but get that mindset right. Get that mindset right that you can heal, that this is temporary. We're getting through this, and you know, this is an opportunity for us to reflect a little bit and say, hey, why am I really scared of this? Where's this fear coming from? Is it because I'm just not as healthy as I should be, and I could be doing a better job? We never want to get to that place in life where we realize, oh crap, I made really bad decisions when it came to my health. It's never too late to start turning this around. And I really hope this video helps you. These are things that you could do every day. You don't need to wait for a pandemic to start taking control back of your health and awaken your wellness. That's exactly what we hope for all of you, to understand the only person that can change your health is you. We can help you if you need our help. You can always reach out to us. I'll put all of our information below. And make sure you subscribe so that you can see when I post additional videos. And you know, we're happy to answer questions, so please post any questions you may have below. I will personally be monitoring this. I'll be happy to answer any of your questions that you may have. And we are in this together, but at the same time, we all got to take individual action to take control back of our health. You're in control of your health. This is Dr. Nicole, and I hope you have an awesome and healthy day.